Welcome to My Skeptical Sister.
I'm Meghann, the skeptical one.
I'm Erin, the believer. We just did this.
I know. It feels so familiar.
I know. Normally we go about a week in between and
Couple days.
Yeah, a couple days.
Well, in preparation, I went ahead and watched The Unexplained with William Shatner.
Oh my gosh.
Have you seen it yet?
No.
Okay, it's on Netflix. It's very reminiscent of, what was that show?
Unsolved Mysteries?
Unsolved Mysteries. Oh, William Shatner. He's the best.
Is he still alive?
Oh, well, yeah. I feel like everybody would know if he died, but he's also probably wouldn't be starring in a show if he were dead.
Well, I didn't know if it was an old show.
No, it's new. It's like a new show.
Okay, so you didn't say new show when you said it a minute ago.
Okay, well, it's new. He is alive.
Okay.
Now I want to Google it just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure he looked pretty alive in the show.
Okay. What if he was a ghost?
It would all come full circle. Anyway, so I watched it, and the first episode that I watched, I didn't watch them in order. That doesn't matter for the podcast. Just take that part out. Anyway, I started with episode 2.
Okay.
Because it looked the most interesting. And it was kind of all about mysterious structures and why they are so mysterious. And there was like a really cool story about this spiral staircase that was in a church that they don't know who built it, but it's like physics don't add up. So it's really a neat story. So anyway, I watched that. At the end of that one, that episode, they also, of course, they talked about the pyramids and, all the typical stuff. But in Costa Rica, they have these not giant, I would say they're like about as tall as your tabletop.
Okay.
Spheres.
I do have giant tabletops.
Yes, you're enormous. That's because you are a giant.
Large spheres.
Spheres, yeah. A large sphere made out of rocks. Right?
Like perfectly sphered, though.
Perfectly sphered rocks. And there's just around Costa Rica. There's they're just like around there.
For unexplained reasons.
They don't know why.
It's the name. That's why they're unexplained. I'm so sorry. I'm going to stop talking. I'm so sorry.
But I figured out what it is.
Oh.
They used to be a Target. Like, those big red balls? The whole time I was watching, I was like, it looks just like the red ball, only the paint has chipped off. And now it's just a sphere. And I thought someday, like when our world just ends and everything's in relics, there's going to be another TV show of William Shatner, but, future William Shatner, in Unexplained. And like, why? Why would they have these random spheres? I'm like, I don't know. Why does Target have the random sphere out front?
I feel that way now because my kids always want to climb on them. And I'm like,
mine.
Let's just go.
Macy James always tries to pick them up. She's like, oh, I'm like, no, honey, you're not. Good luck. But anyway, so that's what I'm thinking. It was just a nice decoration. Wouldn't that be funny? It was like, you know what would look nice there? Let's just put a round sphere. And then everybody's trying to figure out what they think it's like related to the stars. And the center of it must be like a model for the earth. And nope, it was just a cute little Target store that they put a sphere out front.
Oh my gosh, you're so silly.
Yeah. But the third episode is cryptids.
Ooh.
All about cryptids. So I thought I would plug it here on this podcast since I think some people might be into the Mothman's ass.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So they talked about the Mothman.
Did they talk about his ass?
Did you know that they found a chupacabra?
What?
Yeah, like they have what they think is a actual chupacabra. Watch episode 3.
Okay.
It's now stuffed and mounted. Like you can see it.
Yeah.
They had DNA that is like hard to explain.
Huh.
Yeah, pretty crazy. So, so watch episode. It was very interesting. I learned some things about cryptids I didn't know. So,
that is wild. I definitely will check that out.
Yeah, and you're welcome for going ahead and like feeling, I need to watch something paranormal, something a little unexplainable before I get into this podcast since we just did this on Saturday.
Yeah. Did it make you feel like ghosts were real? Oh, is this where you reveal that?
No, not at all, because we didn't get into ghosts.
Because of that reason. So once you get there.
No. I will say, though, that staircase, I kind of don't want to give away the story, but it is like, what? It's weird because there's like, they think that there's like a hidden message in the number of stairs and the way that the nuns said that it all happened. Although I think it might just be some crafty nuns that are like, oh, we want God to take the credit. But anyway, but you should watch it because it's pretty fascinating.
Okay. All right.
And they talked about the what's that mansion? The one where she builds all the rooms.
Oh, Winchester.
The Winchester,
Yeah.
Sarah Winchester. They talk about her mansion, but I learned things on there that I had never heard before. Because I've heard that story a lot of times, but there was stuff on there that I was like, I did not know that fact.
Okay, now I really want to watch because I feel like I've heard a lot about that one.
Yeah, it's good. So go in, and then you got Shatner, and he's so funny. Like he'll be like so serious, and then he'll throw in a little joke, and you're like, I don't know if he's serious or if he's joking.
All right, well, cool.
There you go.
Well, I've been watching some like super duper heavy shows, and then counteracting that with some Barry on HBO. Where
I was so confused. I'm like, with berries, you're eating berries while you're watching heavy shows. Okay,
I watched Keeper of the Ashes. Have you heard of that on Hulu?
Oh.
This is the Kristen Chenoweth documentary. Well, it's not about her, but she is kind of hosting it because she was supposed to go to this camp in the 70s where 3 Girl Scouts were murdered.
Oh my, I've heard the story.
Yeah. And she was supposed to go on that trip, but she got sick right before, so her mom wouldn't let her go. And so she's kind of hosting the story.
Wow. Oh, that would be horrible.
I know. It was horrible. I cried. Yeah. Every once in a while, you got to watch those things so you know you're not dead inside.
Sure.
So I cried. So I felt good about the fact that I have a soul and I have empathy.
Oh, there it is. Those are real tears.
Right. I really was like drinking coffee this morning, like, oh my gosh, it was awful. So then I watched an episode of Barry. I also watched some show.
Barry's that like serial killer, like funny serial killer.
He's a hitman.
Okay, hitman. Yeah, that's
who discovers his love of acting.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I think I watched a couple episodes of it.
Yeah, it's good. It took me a bit to get into it, but now I'm really into it. And because I watched the movie where the Crawdads sing, and
you watched the movie.
I went to go see it. It was good. It was really good. If you read the book, it is. I mean, I read the book like 3 years ago, but from what I remember, it was like spot on.
Okay,
and I really liked the actress who played Kaya, the main star. She was great.
Okay,
and the guy who played Tate was hot.
Hello,
so hot. It was very well acted by everybody.
Nice.
But on my way out, I told my friend, I was like, I really like the acting in this movie. And she said, I'm watching her in this show called Under the Banner of Heaven.
Oh.
Under the...
Yes. Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I've been watching it.
It's really good.
The one where he is a detective. He's a Mormon detective. Yeah. It's really good.
I've only watched one episode, but it's fascinating. Again, heavy. So then I watched another episode of Barry. So I'm just really flying through every other heavy, then Barry. Heavy.
That's Barry. It's kind of like a water wedge in between your drinks.
That's right. Which I should probably do because I started this night a little early and it was a very large glass of wine.
Well, well, speaking of being dead inside.
Sure.
Yeah. And then realizing you're not, I listened to something that made me cry today. That was a beautiful story on This Is Love podcast.
Oh, I love This Is Love. I'm Phoebe Judge.
I'm Phoebe Judge, yes.
Yeah, let's all do that impression right now.
Right. Take a minute. Everybody just did it.
How'd you do?
Okay, they did great. I could hear the Phoebes around the world in unison. So if you haven't listened to the most recent episode of This Is Love, episode 48, The Freelons, it's a beautiful story. The Freelons, it's their last name of this family. But it's just so beautiful and... yeah, listen to it if you want to cry. Okay, all right. If you need a reminder. If you need to feel something. If you need to feel something, if you haven't felt anything in a while, you just need to check into that side of you. But it's not over. The woman who's telling the story just has an incredible way with words that you're like, man, that is just a beautiful way to explain things. So listen to it, and I think you'll love it. Okay, and then if that's too heavy for you, like with Barry, I have a funny podcast. Okay, what is it? I have recently gotten obsessed with the podcast Tony and Ryan. Oh, you told me about this. I did. Tony's a girl. Okay. They live in Australia. They've got amazing Australian accents. Nice. And they do like 3 episodes a week. So they've got a ton of content out there. Awesome. And they must not have kids. No, I don't think they do. They're hilarious. Yeah. I love them. So
I'm always like, I love accents. We all know that. I'm notoriously bad at Australian accents. I cannot do it, but I think I can say no now. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's hear it.
No.
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 Sounds like you.
No, mate.
Sounds like you're about.
Oh,
to
that
say,
was good. Did you hear that one?
Yeah, that was good.
That
Sounds like you're about to say Norwal, but you just stopped.
You have to put like a W and an R in it.
Oh, okay.
No.
No.
No, mate.
No, mate.
Oh, you were really good at it.
Shrimp on the bobby.
No, they hate when you say that. They talk about how much they hate that.
Oh, sorry,
Oh,
Tony and
man.
Ryan.
Yeah, well, they went over one episode where they talk about like explaining Australian sayings.
Yeah.
And there are a few that I loved and one that I'm absolutely going to bring into my, as many times as I can say it, I'm going to say it.
What is it?
Okay, let me set up the scene for when you would use it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Let's say I meet you at a bar.
Mm-hmm.
And you say, "Can I get you a drink?"
Am I coming on to you in this
Oh,
scenario?
ew,
That's
no.
weird.
No, just like, "Hey, I'm going up there. You want me to get you a drink?"
Okay.
You're not. There's no hitting on
Well,
here.
I thought that was a strange scenario for you to present to me.
No. I would say, "Well, I'm not here to fuck spiders."
Oh, but now I want to hear it in an Australian accent.
Well, I'm not here to fuck spiders. I don't know. I'm not very good at Australian.
I thought that was really good.
Isn't that great?
Yes, but here's the thing: is that you have to. Every time you do it, you have to say it in an Australian accent.
Oh, okay. That'd be amazing. They're already like, what the hell are you talking about?
Right? What? She just became Australian all of a sudden. That was weird.
It's amazing. And everybody should start using it
I
because I love it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like, is the Pope Catholic?
Exactly. That was the expression they used to describe it. I'm telling you, you should start listening.
I am Australian deep down inside.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. I like shrimp on the barbie.
Down under.
Deep
Inside, down under. Sounds
all
dirty.
Around. That sounds like you're explaining things about how to fuck a spider.
Well,
I
mean, I'm not here for that.
Yeah, no, we're not here
As
for that.
stated.
Yeah, so we're not here for that. Let's move on.
Oh, goodness. All right.
I'm super excited about our story tonight because this is from the lovely Mindy.
Oh, Mindy. My best friend I should have had.
I mean, it was like that sliding door moment. Your paths never crossed, but they should have.
I know. We lived in the same town.
And she is hilarious.
She is hilarious.
I feel like you all would have just been
I want to party
spirits.
with her.
Yeah.
She'll get that phrase.
I mean, oh, yeah, she will. And Owensboro is not that far, though, Mindy.
That's true.
I mean, you know,
Sophie is begging us to go to Owensboro. You know why?
Why?
Because of the pizza place. No, she does not care about seeing her old friends. I mean, she moved when we were 5.
Okay.
She's like, can we please just go back to Feta? They have that pizza place.
Oh, how funny.
I mean, listen, if you're ever driving through Owensboro, you go to Feta.
Oh, really? That's the place, huh?
Yeah, I'm sure I took you. They have mashed potato pizza, which sounds bizarre.
Ew.
It is so flipping good. I do think about that pizza at least once a week.
I don't understand how that could be good.
Oh, it's so good.
But okay.
There's no red sauce. It's like mashed potatoes on top of your pizza, bacon, chives. It is delicious.
Well, why don't you just eat mashed potatoes? Why do you got to put
it on
a
pizza? I'm telling you, don't knock it till you try it because it is so good.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had a pizza from there that wasn't amazing.
Okay.
So she might convince me.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go see Mindy and have some pizza. I'm going to opt out of the mashed potato pizza, but you go
for loss. More for me.
Okay. So this is from the lovely Mindy. And here we go. What up, sisters?
Oh.
What up, Mindy? So I needed to write in again now that something new has happened to myself and nephews.
Ooh.
And in parentheses, age 8, 9, 13, and 16.
Holy shit.
That's a lot.
That's so many nephews.
Ranging from a lot. I mean, that's a big range, too.
And they're all boys.
Oof, that's a lot of boys. When we went on vacation to Beaver Island, Michigan, a couple of weeks ago, I took them by myself for a week, and then in parentheses, like a dummy.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, it reminds me of that time when I went to Holiday World.
Yeah.
And with you, and you had just had Penelope.
Oh, yeah.
And I had all of the nieces. Like, for some reason, I had our other sister's kids, too.
Yeah.
I had all 5 of them out in the water, like in the lazy river by myself.
Oh no.
On 2 inner tubes. And I'm like just trying to keep throwing their legs up in there, like get back in there. And I was like, there's nothing lazy about this damn river when you got 5 kids to keep alive.
Yeah, and that was just one day. Mindy took them for a whole vacation.
Man, Mindy.
Let me just tell you that your sister or brother or in-laws, whoever you did this for,
they owe you.
Oh my gosh. They love you so much.
Yes, they do. And they owe you.
Yeah, for sure.
Lazy river payback.
Oh, I was like, what does that mean?
That means you need to take my kids to the lazy river while I have an actual lazy day.
Do you remember that like last week? I went to the airport for you.
Okay, yeah, sure. What was a 20-minute ride there?
Shut your face. It was a dilemma. It was a situation. We didn't go into it on the podcast.
Okay, you're right. You helped me out. Okay, here we go.
Okay, let's just call it even.
Sure, that sounds fair.
It was one day, Meghann, and
What?
you volunteered, and there were 2 kids that weren't mine.
Oh my gosh, you don't have to take them to the lazy river. Just maybe to your house for the whole day.
Okay.
On a raft.
Okay, get to the story.
Okay. My brother and his family moved to Beaver Island a few months ago. He booked an Airbnb for us to stay in while we visited since there were so many of us and his place is too small for everyone. The place he booked was an old homestead built in the 1800s and cheap for the week.
Nice.
Right? Like, why was it so cheap?
Oh, not nice.
I know the answer to that question now.
Oh.
The day we arrived, as we walked through the house, I kept getting an eerie feeling, like hair standing up on my arms, eerie. There were creepy Jesus photos on every wall with crucifixes and rosemaries as well.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I mean, one Jesus picture is enough.
Yeah, unless it's that one that's like,
morbid.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, I can picture it as soon as you say it. Like, it's just so creepy.
Yeah.
The eyes are so creepy.
Yeah, the eyes are really creepy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ugh.
I wonder if that was like just at our church.
I don't know, but it haunts me.
Oh, I would just stare at it like, I feel like he's looking into my soul.
Oh my god.
And not in a good way.
No.
And if it's Jesus, it should be a good way.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we making Jesus so scary?
Why? And also kind of very, very sleepy. His eyes just had those big bags under him.
No idea what you were about to say. I was like, I mean, he was kind of like built.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a hot Jesus picture. Now, that picture I wouldn't mind in certain rooms. No. That's horrible. Horrible.
No.
Do not go there. Okay.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyway,
somebody get out that holy water.
He's
to cool you down.
You're not right. But you're not wrong.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. But these were creepy. And they were everywhere, and there were crucifixes, and I mean, that's overkill.
That's a lot.
Ooh,
that's just waiting to be flipped upside down in a scary movie moment.
Yep, things are happening. We walked up the stairs to the bedroom, which had more creepy Jesus photos and crucifixes on every wall. There was a door locked from the outside in one of the rooms with a padlock. That was unfinished attic space and had a large crack at the top of the door that you could see through. So imagine you're walking into a room. Okay. And you see in the room this door that's got a padlock to it, and you can tell it goes up to the attic. Yeah. And you can see just like a little bit, a crack.
Yeah. That is creepy.
But
it would be less creepy to me if it wasn't an Airbnb. Because like,
oh yeah, you can have your storage stuff up there. That, and also, I mean, what if there is like,
I meant it would be more creepy. I think I said less creepy, but it would be more creepy to me.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a full glass of wine.
Yeah, you know.
I'm feeling it.
It happens. But yeah, or that, or even it being the attic. Yeah. Because, you know, I don't know, maybe it's not the most secure. You don't want anybody to break in. Or it could be like an animal that you don't want to come in.
Yeah.
Something.
Or it could be a demon you don't want to get out.
Oh, yeah, true. They're those. Oh, they're the worst. But still. Such a creepy, like,
yeah, it doesn't feel comforting.
No. The upstairs was extremely odd feeling. I decided I'd let the kids have their pick of the beds upstairs, and I'd sleep on the couch downstairs with a laughing emoji. So she's like, whoo.
I'm going to be the best aunt. Y'all pick. I'll just sleep down here.
You get the beds. I'll take the couch.
It's totally selfless.
That night, I fell asleep on the couch while the kids watched a movie on the old tube TV. I woke up around 1:30 and the TV was all static, so I turned it off. All the kids had fallen asleep in the living room on chairs and the love seat. I decided to leave them be and laid back down on the couch.
Almost like nobody wanted to sleep upstairs.
Right?
Okay.
Well, or you're just kids and you're like, let's watch TV. There's no TV upstairs, but sure.
Okay.
Your way is creepier.
Yeah.
I decided to leave them be and laid back down on the couch. I woke up again about an hour later, hearing footsteps upstairs. So I looked around to see which one of the boys had made their way up and noticed that they were all still asleep in the living room.
Oh my gosh, how scary.
Mhm.
And Mindy is the only adult
The
here.
only adult, the one in
Ugh,
charge. That's
sucks.
the worst. Always have a second adult so that you can be like, not it. Not it. Not going up there.
Also, never let me be your second.
Oh,
because
God.
I will always claim not it.
She'll beat you to it every time.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Every time. Yeah, it's not that I'm the braver one. I just never get to say not it fast enough.
You're just very fair.
Oh, yeah, I guess. I follow those rules. Okay. I heard the footsteps again upstairs and thought, hell no, I'm not going up there.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. I laid there for a long time. Well, which though, I also don't know that I would do that. Like, what if it's an intruder? You would just lay there?
I don't know.
You wouldn't get all those kids
they're her
up
nephews.
and out?
How much does she love them?
Just get yourself out.
I'm kidding. I love all of my nieces and nephews. I would.
Yeah. Hold on. I forgot in this scenario, you would be with my kids.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Forget the lazy river. Do not ever take them out. Okay. I laid there for a long while and didn't hear anything else. I figured I must have imagined the sounds? ? I don't know. Then as I laid there awake, I heard the back door open and close.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
What would you do then?
Then I would absolutely be on my feet.
Oh my gosh, but you got put yourself in these shoes. I don't even know
wake
what
up that 16-year-old and be like, you got to have my flank. Get over here.
My flank? What does that mean?
You got my back. We're here.
Flank.
We're together.
What does that mean?
Pretty sure that's some kind of army term.
Oh, okay. I've never heard that before. That's interesting. I would have said, you got to get my back, but okay.
Okay, well,
Flank.
Mine would be more badass, but it's fine.
True.
It's fine.
So you're ready for battle. I'm
That's
just ready to, I don't know, throw down.
It takes a lot to get me ready for battle, but once I'm there, you better watch out.
You're like, not it. Never mind. Get my flank. Here I go. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, but you'd have to sneak and be like, shh.
Right.
Get up. Oh, that's horrible.
It is horrible.
Okay. Do you ever though put yourself in those situations and play them out?
Oh, literally every single night as I go to sleep. What would I do in this
And it's
moment?
amazing how badass I am.
Oh, yeah. I'm fucking Rambo.
Oh my God. I mean, I'm army crawling. I'm I
Yeah.
got the baby first.
Right.
And then I go, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I always end up the hero. It's quite amazing how good I am at sneaking out of things and fighting off bad guys. Okay. Just for the record, that's not how that would go down though in real life. Okay. So let's hear what Mindy did. I mean, this is wild. I shot up and shook my oldest nephew to wake up.
That's why Mindy and I should be best friends.
He got up and I told him to walk with me to the back door. He's much taller than me and maybe more threatening to an intruder. He got to the back door and it was closed and locked from inside.
Oh,
I checked the front door and it was locked too.
Oh my gosh.
I laid back down and tried to sleep unsuccessfully. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
In the morning, I was making breakfast and my 9-year-old nephew said, "Did you hear the footsteps upstairs last night?"
Oh.
It kept waking me up. They kept going back and forth. The blood drained from my face. I hadn't said anything to them about the night before.
Oh my gosh.
I was spooked from then on all week. I think I would have left.
Really?
I don't know, maybe. I don't know. Depends on how much I knew that I heard that stuff. Not because it's a ghost, because it could have really been somebody in the house. And it's an Airbnb. That one show, I talk about it, The Voyeur, where that has ruined it for me. If I think that there's something up, I'm getting out.
Oh, that's so cool. No, I didn't mean that in a dirty way. I just mean if I feel like something's up, I'm getting out. It sounded like a tagline for some cool show.
It's my new tagline.
There you go. I wasn't trying to be dirty there, believe it or not.
Really thought you were. I was like, oh my gosh, how did you make that dirty?
No, I didn't.
Then I thought about it. I was like, I guess you could make that dirty.
Oh no, I'm rubbing off on you.
I know.
That's what she said.
There it is. There it is. Okay.
Sorry.
Also, upon examination later that week, the drawers of the buffet in the dining room had all kinds of stuff left in them. Old letters, photos, etc. Like someone just up and left. It was so strange. I know Meghann will say squatter.
Yeah, there you go.
But I still feel like there had to be a reason why there were so many Jesus photos and crucifixes everywhere.
Yeah.
Ghosts, a demon. Aaron, what are your thoughts? Hey, Listen, just because you think you know what I'm going to say doesn't mean you don't need to ask me for my
No,
thoughts too.
they're always bringing you into this. Nobody ever
Okay.
calls me out there.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, then you're up.
Okay.
You want to read the last paragraph before you're up?
I do.
The boys all slept in the living room with me after the first night. We had a great vacation with the exception of our haunted homestead and little sleep.
Wow. That is so spooky. So nothing else happened the rest of the time?
No, I guess not. I mean, other than that first night, they all slept together.
Yeah, they were all scared enough to stay together the whole time.
Yours truly, Magnificent Mindy.
Oh, look. Yeah, that's the real trick.
That's
Name
how
yourself.
You do that. Name yourself, and then we don't have to. Unless we've already called her Magnificent Mindy, which we might have.
Maybe.
She's written them before.
That's true, but I don't think so. But I do believe it.
Yeah.
She is magnificent.
She is magnificent for sure.
Yeah. I know there's this whole funny debate about Charlie's all pissed off because you named her chomping at the bit.
Listen.
And then Rebe wrote in, she's like, no, listen, I named myself. And they just went with it.
That's how you gotta do it.
That's how you have to do it, truly. Yeah. In fact, please do it because then
takes
the pressure off.
And you get to name yourself, so we know you like it.
Yeah. And truly, Elena Agena is my favorite.
Oh, I know. That one wins that one's a winner.
Elena Agena is a winner.
Love it.
Okay. Anyways.
Back to Magnificent Mindy's story.
Back to Magnificent Mindy. The fact that it's padlocked, I mean, that makes me feel like it's not an intruder of any sort. I understand the fear of it being an Airbnb. Somebody else definitely has the keys to that place. I get that.
Yeah.
But locked from the inside, jumped up immediately as soon as they heard something. I mean, that seems very scary.
Jumped up immediately. She did. But you have to wake that kid up. So the amount of time it'll be like, and come with me. Sorry, this is a podcast. I'm mouthing all that. Wake up, come with me, but you're whispering it. You're like, there's an intruder. That takes time. That takes enough time for the voyeur who likes to scare you.
Well, I just feel as though those kids were like kind of aware. That one kid was like, yeah, I heard footsteps. I bet they were all kind of laying there like, oh my gosh.
Well, yeah, because that's creepy AF. That doesn't mean it's a ghost.
Right. But I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if that 16-year-old was ready to pop up too. Like, let's go.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. It seems like too much had to happen for it to be somebody to just get away and lock the door behind them.
I think Mindy's focus on the Jesus photos and the crucifix, that is an interesting fact. Like, it's weird that whoever lived there before, well, I won't say that. There are a lot of religious people out in the world that have religious relics or, just different symbols throughout their home.
Yeah.
For lots of different religions. So I don't know that that's necessarily, it might just be like off-putting or just strange to you because that's not what your house is set up to be.
Yeah.
Or like even if you're somebody who might be Catholic, but your house isn't wallpaper with Jesus.
Well, I feel like if my house started acting very scary, like
that's what you would do?
I might start putting up some Jesus pictures. Like, okay, it's time.
The scary Jesus picture?
I wouldn't put scary.
Although he's
maybe the kind of handsome Jesus.
Yeah. Well,
like,
I
you can protect me.
I don't really need a reason for that.
I'm not coming on to Jesus.
No, that's not what we're doing.
Not at all.
Okay, move on.
But I'm just saying, I don't know what I would fall back on if I was truly scared that there was something demonic happening. I would go the opposite of demonic.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I also am interested in the fact that she specifies locked from the inside. So do you think they had like a chain lock? Because my house,
she said padlock.
No, I know. But she said that front door or the back door open and closed and it was locked from the inside. So you don't know that for sure unless there's some kind of like chain.
Yeah, there must have been some sort of chain.
Which that is not explained by an Airbnb having another key.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that there wasn't somebody inside the house.
Right, but they heard the back door.
Right, so that person opened the door and then shut it back and is still inside the house.
Ooh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'm still.
Okay, so like imagine this. You go to open the door. Maybe there's a screen door.
Yeah.
You're like, footsteps upstairs.
Uh-huh.
You're like, oh, shit, I think they heard me.
Okay.
So you look for your time to escape. But you know that house well enough to know that the screen door makes a louder noise.
What would make you think they heard you? They did nothing. She didn't even get up out of bed yet, off the couch.
Okay, well, maybe it's just your time to go. Like your show's on. You're like, oh, I've crept around here enough. It's time for me to get out of here. So you creep downstairs.
Okay.
You try to go out the back door. She opens the door, or whoever it is. It could be a female.
Could be a she.
Totally be a she. She's can be creepy too. Opens the door. The intruder opens the door, and then the door made more noise than they thought it was going to. So they're like, oh, and they like close it back as quietly as they can, and then they creep up back upstairs.
But if you were like already convinced, I better get out of here, just get out of there. You're right there.
I don't know.
Also, if that were the case, wouldn't there be more noise? Like if there's somebody who like gets off on the fact that they're freaking somebody out, why would they stop after that first night? They got them primed.
They had their own vacation the next day.
Oh, good grief.
They had rented their own Airbnb somewhere else. It was time for their beach. Like, I'm so tired of having to scare everybody. Cannot wait to lay on that beach myself. I don't know. People do weird things.
Sure. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, great story, Mindy.
Oh my gosh. That was a great
Magnificent, Mindy.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Also, I got to see some of those pictures from her vacation. They looked awesome.
Nice. Nice. Yes. I think I did too.
Yeah. And Mindy, I know she's already been our fan favorite, but she's rocking it. Mindy posts about us on her Instagram almost every single Monday.
Oh, Mindy.
I know.
Well, let me tell you what. Mindy's photography.
I know.
Amazing.
It's so good.
She's a new and budding teacher. Hire her. I mean, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Mindy.
Actually, Mindy, come to JCPS.
Oh, come on, girl.
Come on over here.
Come on over to Louisville.
Oh my gosh, it'd be so much fun. Okay.
Erin will build you on a room. She's renovating her house. You just live in the back of Erin's room.
Wow. Now we're just...
I mean, it all happened very fast, but that's okay. We'll go with it.
I mean, we're going to be best friends. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Come on in.
Sounds like a good roommate to me.
Okay. I am going to read another story from our Reddit. I said our, but your Reddit haul.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it was good. So this was another one I thought about reading that night.
Oh, at the live show.
So this person's name is Stephen.
Well, hello, Stephen. Welcome.
Right. Okay. So not necessarily ghost.
Okay.
Unsure. Unsure of what's going to happen here.
Wait, Stephen's unsure or you're unsure?
Both, I think.
We're all unsure.
Everyone's unsure.
Okay.
We need some insure. Here we go.
Oh, gosh. That was a bad dad joke. Okay, go ahead.
I have had several experiences, but this one stands out as by far and away the one that made the least sense.
Oh, okay.
I grew up in the suburbs, so tight houses, not too far apart, street and sidewalks on either side. There are loads of kids running around at all hours, and I can't claim to know everyone in that area.
It's like our neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly. I also had insomnia as a child, or at least a very hard time sleeping. Being in bed for several hours before actually falling asleep was normal, and while I did have a Game Boy, there weren't phones or anything at the time, and I typically left my Game Boy downstairs, so just me staring at the ceiling. One night in particular, I hear a person riding a skateboard down the street. You know, the sounds of skateboard wheels going over the cracks in the sidewalk. A dog barks twice. It's sort of a happy bark, and it sounds excited, like it enjoys running along. A few more clicks, and the skateboard going over the sidewalk slowly fading. 2 more excited barks in the distance. A few more clicks, and back to silence. Nothing odd. Sure, it's after midnight, but it's the suburbs, and it seems like at all hours of the night here, there is something going on. A few days later, I am again awake, and it's late, probably after 1. I hear the exact same thing, like the exact same thing. It slowly dawns on me that it was identical, almost like a recording. The swishing of the wheels on concrete, the clicks, the barks. It was identical to last time. Swish, click, swish, click, swish, click, bark, bark, swish, click, swish, click, swish, click, bark, bark, swish, click. It felt odd. First off, very rarely do I hear anything that time of night. At this point, the only other noise that time of night is occasionally the dad across the street comes back super late. So I wonder what he's doing.
Yeah, let's hear more about his tea.
Okay, dokie. So any other noise stood out. I was probably 7 at the time, so I didn't think much of it, aside from noting it and finding it odd. Nothing I could do anyways, and it was probably a weird coincidence. A few more days pass, and again, late at night, it happens.
What?
Exactly the same. This time, I noticed something else. It was loud. For some reason, despite the sidewalk being at the edge of the driveway and me being on the second floor, I can hear it as though I am sitting on the sidewalk. Same clicks, same happy 2 barks, same running along, same fading out, and the same 3 clicks, then 2 barks. The whole thing takes maybe 5 seconds, but again, it's odd to hear anything at all at this hour on this street. This time, months pass, but I hear it again. I go to get up and race to the window on the other side of the room, but I can't move. I am not sure if it is some kind of fear of the oddity or something else. After the sound ends, I went and checked, so now they can move. Nothing out the window, but an empty street. I am not sure what is going on at this point. I wish I could say I learned more somehow, but I never did. It seemed so important when I was trying to sleep, and now years later, it feels odd. But at the time, by morning, I rarely gave it any more thought. Never did I try to duplicate it, leave a camera on or anything, though now I wish I had. I lived in that house until shortly after I turned 18. This continued throughout the years at odd intervals. I wouldn't claim this was a super common occurrence, and months could go without encountering it, but I forever have that etched into my mind as it occurred from time to time. Sometimes it would be frequent for a week or 2 and stop again. I would say it was some kind of odd sleep paralysis, but for much of the time, my parents were divorced and I lived with my dad 50% of the time, let alone any trips for sleepovers, and I never heard this oddity anywhere else. But it stopped once my mom moved. It never did feel malicious, but definitely odd because of the exact duplication of these sounds each and every time. Isn't that weird?
So weird.
It's almost like a time loop.
Yeah, time loop. It makes me wonder because I'm trying to think of more logical or like, I don't know, like something that sounds like a bark or it sounds like, but it's the same loop happening. Like, is it a toy?
Yeah.
Or something that's under your bed that's like got a swooshing click sound, and it sounds so much like that.
Yeah.
Like, is it like one of those little toy dogs? It's like, barf, barf, like, and then it's like little legs go,
yeah.
And then it barks a couple times, but it's like dying.
Yeah, but the first couple times it happened, it wasn't loud. It didn't feel like it was in the room.
And I think you would know, even at age 7,
right?
You can still tell that depth or like, where that sound is coming from. So that is it. That is weird.
It is weird,
or like it's like the Matrix or something, like some sort of weird. Oh, the day is starting again. So
right.
Oh,
isn't that weird?
Oh, it is weird.
Now, I will say, as somebody, I don't really have them anymore. Every once in a while, I'll wake up and be like, oh, I've had that exact same dream.
Yeah, I've done that many times.
But I can always tell it was a dream.
Yeah.
But I have definitely woken up. I used to do it all the time as a kid. So like maybe there was just some little stress trigger when they were in that house.
Yeah. In between sleep and awake.
Yeah.
So you still feel like by the time it clicks what's happening.
Yeah.
You're awake. So you're like, oh, that sound is happening again.
Yeah.
That's so weird. But it's really happening while you're in sleep state. But then what are you dreaming about over and over again?
Yeah.
That same exact rhythm.
Yeah, that's true. Because usually when I have those dreams, they're like stress filled. And that doesn't feel stressful. It doesn't even feel like they're coming at you. Like if I'm going to think of a scary skateboarder, I'm going to think of the movie Dogma. You remember that movie?
No. Is that with Alanis Morissette?
It sure is. It's a great movie.
I need to go back and watch it.
I mean, I haven't watched it in a long time.
Yeah.
I hate recommending movies that I haven't seen in a long time. But I remember really loving that one.
Yeah, yeah.
But the skateboarders who like come in and kill Jesus, who likes to.
Wait, this is not.
I know
not Jesus' episode.
No, it's really not. Sorry, they kill God because he loves skee ball. So every once in a while he'll come down as a human.
Yeah.
And these like skateboard demons.
Isn't God Alanis Morissette?
Yeah. Well, spoiler. That's at the very end.
Oh, sorry. Take that part out.
Yeah. Oh, it's got Alan Rickman. It's a great movie.
Oh, I'll have to watch it.
Ben Affleck and Matt Damon.
Yeah. That's a good combo.
Nobody ever talks about that movie.
It's good. I remember it coming out. I remember people talking a lot about it when it came out.
Yeah. I will never forget the analogy when they talk about like when you're little, your glass is so small. So it's so easy to fill it up with faith and you believe so much when you're little. And as you get bigger, that glass grows. And so it's harder to keep that faith. I
Interesting.
thought that was very interesting.
That is
That movie is
interesting.
a great movie.
Okay.
Well, again, I haven't seen it in a long time. I'm just saying, from what I remember, there were things I took away from it. Selma Hayek is in that movie. It's a great movie.
Here we go.
Everybody go ahead and watch
Everybody
it.
go ahead and watch it.
They
Aaron,
come back. Let's talk on Facebook.
if it's horrible, just remember I am not recommending it. Aaron is.
Also, I didn't write it. I have nothing to do with it. I get no benefits from you all watching it.
Right.
Like no royalties here.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Then I guess it was Alanis Morissette on a skateboard.
Yeah. That'd be pretty
outside
sweet.
of his window every night.
I mean, to be fair, the demons were the people on the skateboard.
Ooh, okay. I don't know. It's like a weird time glitch, warp,
glitch.
matrix, or something. But okay, so here's the thing: a glitch. What exactly are we saying is a glitch? Do we think that a glitch is like in the universe? It's a glitch, or just yourself, like your brain is glitching?
I feel like when we talk about it on this podcast, we're talking about in the universe.
Okay, but what if it's just like what if you can yourself kind of have a glitch, like a moment where it's like your brain kind of stutters or it kind of like repeats something.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely it's probably scarier.
Oh, absolutely. So sorry, Stephen.
It doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, well, that's good. Grew out of it, but something like that, like in that dream state, it just kind of keeps replaying that one part. I don't know why or what would cause that, but it just seems so rhythmic.
Yeah.
The way they described it. So that makes me wonder if it's not just like some like neuron firing off and some weird direction every time you kind of fall into that plateau of sleep.
It's really weird that they couldn't get up that one time when they were like, this is weird enough, I got to go check, and they couldn't move.
Yeah, that to me sounds like sleep paralysis.
Right.
So I wonder if like the other times that they heard it, they didn't try to move.
Yeah.
So they didn't really realize they were in sleep paralysis. Like even maybe because it was kind of scary.
Yeah.
They laid like they didn't want to move.
Yeah.
So that one time they did, it's almost like maybe that happened every time they had sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
But they never noticed they were in sleep paralysis until that one time they tried.
Yeah. Huh. I don't know.
Interesting.
So interesting.
Either way,
it's a weird story.
It is a weird story.
For sure. All right. Well, we read those first two stories and they were great, but I think we have time for one more.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. I'm going to read one more Reddit. This is going to, I think, close up all the ones I had thought to read the night of our live story.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. So this one is from Justin.
Hi, Justin.
Justin says, I lived alone in a 2-bedroom apartment, 2nd floor. I used one room as storage, basically, and always kept the door shut. I worked night shift at the time, and this particular night I woke up with an overwhelming feeling that someone was in the apartment with me. They didn't see anything. They just have a feeling that they're not alone, which is awful.
Yes, I hate that feeling.
Even though I figured it was due to a dream, I did search all the rooms and try to calm myself down some. I found nothing, so I started getting ready for work when I heard a door open.
Ew.
I was already creeped out, so I had goosebumps at this point and walked out of the bathroom to see that my 2nd bedroom, the storage room, door was slightly open.
Ooh.
I walked in and saw that a window was open and kind of breathed a sigh of relief. I figured I probably hadn't shut it all the way after I looked in and the wind blew it open. I love how calm Justin is at this point.
Yeah, right? Like okay.
I'd be like, oh, someone clearly broke into my apartment.
Right. They're going through my storage.
Right. Different. Here's the difference between Justin's and Aaron's and Meghann's.
We would already be army crawling. Right. We would be saving everybody in the house. Flank. I'll grab the baby. You get the...
Oh, Justin gets to live that glorious life of just being by themselves.
Oh, good job, Justin.
I closed the window, searched the room again, and remembered purposely leaving the light on in case the door popped open again. Ew. I wouldn't have to walk in the dark and hopefully avoid any more chills for the night.
Hoo-hoo.
I went back to the bathroom, finished getting ready, and I'll never forget when I walked out. The door was wide open and the light was off.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
By this point, I could feel my heart pounding in my chest and my legs felt shaky. I quickly started walking to the room to confront whatever.
Oh my gosh, Justin.
I know.
Ooh, not the time to be a hero.
Do you have anything in your hand?
Get out.
But about a step away, the door slammed in my face.
Oh, hell no. You better not open that door.
Can you imagine?
No.
That's straight out of a scary movie.
Yeah, turn around and run
Ugh.
out of that house.
My gosh. What I remember most about it was how the door opened up a little farther right before it slammed, like it needed that extra momentum to slam harder.
Ooh.
It slammed so loud, my ears rang. I literally ran out of the building to compose myself. Even a neighbor heard the slam and asked if everything was okay. Eventually, when my adrenaline died down, I went back in and checked everything except that room.
With the police. You went back in with the police.
Let's hope.
Ugh.
It was honestly a few days before I could bring myself to open that door again, and I would feel adrenaline rushes just looking at the door or walking by it.
Well, yeah.
Always ready for something crazy to happen. But oddly enough, that was the only incident I ever had at that apartment. I have no problems admitting I am really into the paranormal, although I've turned into a much bigger skeptic as I've gotten older. There have been other weird things I've been witness to, but this is the one I have the hardest time rationalizing.
And they closed the window, right?
Yeah.
They went in, they closed that window.
They closed the window and turned the light on. Like, oh, it's not going to happen again.
Somebody was in that room. Somebody had come in that window.
You don't think they would have seen them hiding behind the door? Because they open and then slam.
They said it was a storage room. So in my mind.
Okay, no, I think what you're gonna say is I'm gonna have an argument for it. But okay, go ahead.
Well, let me say it.
Okay, fine. Okay. I said go ahead.
I'm thinking like a bunch of boxes everywhere. There's stuff everywhere. They could have been crouched down behind something.
Okay, all right. That's not what I thought you were gonna say. But I was gonna say.
What did you think I was gonna say?
It was a 2-bedroom. I thought you were gonna be like, it's so little. Whatever.
What's so little?
The room itself. Oh. But it's a 2nd bedroom.
Yeah.
But anyways, no, because they said that the door opened up wider right before it slammed shut.
Yeah, I think the person that was in there either needed to get out because now they've shut the window. So they need to get out. So they need to scare this person enough to be able to open that window and get back out. Or they want to stay in that room. So they want to scare that person bad enough that they will not come back in that room. So they open and slam that door as hard as they can to scare that person away.
But if your motivation is to stay in that apartment, then don't change anything. Don't turn off the light. Don't.
Yeah. No roommates.
No roommate. And they were perfectly content always leaving that door shut.
Prankster neighbor.
No.
I don't know.
Ghost.
I think a person came in through that window.
I think a person who was once walking this earth, but is no longer.
I think a person came in that window, and that is scarier than a ghost. Because what was their intent?
There was no intent other than to freak them out because it was a ghost.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh,
I think it's scarier to think that it's a person that wants to scare the shit out of you. Like,
well, it worked. I'm scared.
Yeah, I mean that's a horrible story. But the fact that the window was open, is what tells me that somebody got into that room.
I don't know. It's very spooky. It's very spooky.
Why would a ghost open the window?
Well, I don't know. They said, I mean, Justin said that they must have opened that window the last time they were in there.
Which seems odd.
In fact, felt relieved when they noticed that the window was open.
Yeah.
Like, oh, good. That's why the door was being weird.
I'm going to go with intruder scaring the shit out of you.
No, all your intruders are like out to scare you.
I mean,
I feel like most intruders are there to like squat.
Yeah, I think this one needed a diversion. This one was like, I'm busted. They've already figured it out. I need a diversion to get out.
If we can claim ghosts as squatters, then I'll start to believe your squatter theory more.
What do you mean? If we can claim ghosts as squatters?
Yeah, like a ghost is like, I need a place to stay tonight. Oh, I'm moving in.
That's the cutest thing ever. Usually, I would love to be a ghost then. I'm like, not this house. Hold on. Let me go over to this house. I'm like, what kind of snacks do they have?
All right. Well, Interesting.
Okay, well, Justin, thank you for that spooky story.
Yeah, it was a little short and sweet.
Yeah, and either way, whatever it was that slammed that door, I would not have gone back in that room without someone else, ever.
Yeah. Ugh.
Maybe. I don't know. I say that, but I went back into my room after that drawer got dumped.
Yeah, and it was the only incidents they ever had.
Which is what tells me it's an intruder. Like,
Ugh.
if you think it's like a haunting, so it was like a one-time deal, a one-time haunting.
Yeah, maybe their bucket list was just to scare the shit out of somebody.
What if it was a vampire? Have we gone vampire?
Oh my gosh, no, let's.
Okay, well, because guess what I started watching?
Twilight?
In the Shadows.
Oh, I love In the Shadows.
The Shadows. And I did laugh tonight at the episode where it's the very first one, and where like the old vampire from long ago is about to come, so they're all trying to impress him.
Oh yeah.
And he goes, "I'm gonna buy that stuff that you put on that's shiny." And his familiar goes, "Glitter?" And he was like, "Yes, Twilight." He was like, it's something like, "I'm going for Twilight." But I was like, oh my gosh. Made me think of you, made me laugh.
I love it.
Also made me roll my eyes, but it was funny.
Well, that's usually what you do
Twilight,
when you think of me.
No, just you and Twilight together.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No shame. I love it. Okay.
All right. So this brings us to our sparkly fan favorite.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know this person. I've met this person.
I think I recommended this person.
Yes, I've met this person a couple of times. They seem very sparkly to me.
Yes,
few times
they
I've
always
met them.
spark joy in my heart.
Always spark joy, and I've always heard wonderful, wonderful things about the lovely Joy.
Yay!
So, Aaron, I'll let you from time to time.
Thank
pick
you.
ones, but Joy, you will be glad to know that Aaron was very excited to pick you. So,
yes.
Tell us how you know Joy.
I work with Joy. Joy retired from like full-time teaching and then came back to our building to help with our fourth, and fifth graders, I think.
Good for you, Joy.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's so sweet.
Yeah.
And do you want me to tell you why I wanted her to be our fan favorite?
Please do.
So every once in a while, luckily we've timed it where we usually have lunch at the same time.
Uh-huh.
And you don't have to be a teacher to know there are some people you're like, oh, good, they're in the lunchroom. They're in the, what is that called?
Teacher lounge.
Teacher lounge, or just like where you're sitting to eat lunch in your building.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, yay. And sometimes you're like, oh, okay, cool. I never feel the second way with Joy. I'm always like, oh, good. Joy's here. We go up the elevator together. I love her.
Nice.
But she's always, not always, that'd be a lot. But every once in a while she'll say, oh, the other day on your podcast. And she'll bring it up when like other people are around. I'm like, you really listen, don't you?
Yeah.
You can tell she really listens and is excited to tell other people about it. So
I love that. And there's no bigger compliment than an actual listener.
Right.
Because, we got 900 members.
We have 900 people in our Facebook group.
900. That makes us sound like we're huge. I bet when new members come in, oh, here we go. We're telling them, being fully transparent here. But when they get into our when they get into our Facebook page, like, wow, we've got 900 members. Yeah. A lot of those people don't listen.
I know. What are they doing?
They're being kind.
They're not all our friends. Well, we don't have that many friends.
Yeah, combined, I bet we do.
Oh, well, look at us.
Yeah, but not very supportive. Not very supportive friends.
We have a few.
Oh, yes. And
like Joy.
Like Joy. And we appreciate you, Joy, for listening and for supporting us.
Yes.
And for bringing it up. That's awesome. That's fun.
Yes.
So we asked Joy to be our fan favorite. And she responds, oh, wow, I'm so honored. I've been listening since the first episode.
Oh, my gosh.
I know. It's been fun to see your podcast grow. You always make me laugh and make my day brighter.
Aww.
That is so sweet. This is really why we do this fan favorite thing.
That's right.
Sometimes I will listen in the car on the way to school. And when I see Erin as I walk in, I feel like I'm just continuing the conversation with her. That's so cool. As a teacher in public schools for 30 years, I would just like to plug Donors Choose. Awesome time to plug this.
Okay.
This is great. Do you not know Donors Choose?
Not on the top of my head.
Oh, Aaron, you need to know about this.
Okay. I mean, yeah, of course I do.
Well, you need to know this so that if you want to take part in it as an educator. As we head back to school soon, I just checked and there are 128 projects teachers in JCPS are asking to be funded.
Oh.
So if you have something that you want to be funded, you can go to Donors Choose. It's an organization.
Huh.
You write up a little bio about what you're trying to do with this money, and then
Yeah.
people can go to that site and they can just donate money to your project.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. My heart goes out to all these teachers who just want to improve the lives of students. You can pick from any grade level or type of project. Thanks for the opportunity to talk about public school teachers and students, my favorite people.
Aw.
I know, isn't that cool? So, I mean, if you want to teachers will do anything from they want a class set of iPads for their class, or they want, or maybe that's, something you could donate towards, or they want just some books.
Yeah.
So it can be any range of things.
Huh.
I want some just simple school supplies, and this is my list of stuff. So you just donate a little bit towards that. And I believe it's the way it's set up, you specify how you're going to purchase it. So it's legit. It's not just you're giving money to somebody who's I'm a teacher, but really, really they're living in somebody's storage room.
Oh, Justin Squatter.
Justin Squatter, you listen here. You stop posing as a teacher and get out of Justin's house. That's horrible.
Don't do that.
That's awful.
Ghost or not, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Okay, so there is our fan favorite.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Joy. Can't wait to see you again. I mean, I can because that means vacation's almost over. Right. But
you should change that. You should go get a drink with Joy.
I know. She was all the way in Indiana.
Oh, Joy, you should change that. I kid. Joy, it's not that far away. Ooh. Joy will laugh. Joy thinks we're funny, even if we don't like Indiana. It's fine. We love Indiana.
Okay, well, we will post that link in our website of where you can donate to Donors Choose. Thank you, Joy, for being such a wonderful fan favorite and friend, more importantly.
Advocate for public teachers. Thank you so much.
And she is an incredible teacher. So
awesome. Wonderful.
So much passion. Those are the good teachers. When you can feel the passion.
When they come back after retirement.
Right.
Because I'm going to tell you right now. Peace out.
Oh, goodness. Yes. So thank you so much, Joy. If you would like to learn more about our podcast or help support us, you can go to www.myskepticalsister.com, where you can find out how to become a Patreon. You can find out how to get merch. You can find out about any upcoming events. We don't have any yet, but we have some in the works.
Oh, we got some interesting things. They're happening. Things are happening here, people.
That's right. You can find our P.O. box. You can find out where to listen. You can also rate, review, subscribe on Apple Podcasts. You can now rate and review on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to join our Patreon, we do a movie night once a month on Thursdays. That's going to be this week. You have already missed it if you're listening right now, but we'll do one in a couple weeks. We had a blast. We watched Candyman.
Oh, it was so much. We laughed.
We cried. We were terrified.
We're also recording this before we've done it. So,
that's right. And we have 3 new Patreons. We still need to send our stickers out too.
Hey.
I'm so excited.
I'm signing your card tonight. You'll get it soon.
Yes, I know. We've got vacations going on. It's been busy.
It has been.
We're going to get there. Make sure you tell anybody who likes comedy, paranormal, annoying banter, whatever you think. If you think they'll like this, please tell your friends to listen.
And still write us in stories.
Please write in.
Yeah, we love that we got a lot in Reddit and we're okay with that. But I will choose ones that are actually sent to us.
Yeah.
Before I go to that Reddit one.
Yeah, we love hearing from you guys. It's so much fun. We really have built such fun, weird friendships with these people that we didn't expect from this, and we love it.
Love it. I don't know how to say weird. I've enjoyed every one of them.
I'm not saying they're weird. I'm saying it's weird that we have these friends all over the world.
Yeah, that is very cool. It has been a wonderful little side effect from this.
That's right. We actually have some people from Australia who are going to be so offended.
I know, by my shrimp on the Barbie.
That's right. I just meant by my, we're not here to fuck some spiders. What was it? I forgot now. I'm not here to fuck spiders.
Well, I'm not here to fuck spiders.
That's pretty good. Spiders.
Spiders.
I'm not here to fuck spiders.
Yeah, that's
pretty good. No, mate.
No, mate. Not here to fuck spiders.
Sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done. I won't do it anymore.
She's not done. We're going to sit on the porch. Going to keep going.
That's true. You won't have to be here for it. You're welcome. And we'll talk to you all later.
At a portion.
La 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 la.
The end of our
You want me to keep all this
recordings.
part in?
Oh, no. Okay. All right, here we go. That's your polite way of saying, I'm not going to keep this in.
Yeah, pretty much.
What are they called? Artifacts? What are they called?
No, there's a word for 'em.
Memorabilia.
No.
Doesn't seem right. Fanfare.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my
Jesus,
gosh.
fanfare. No, what is it called? Relics.
Yeah, that's better.
Excuse me.
That looked like something terrible was about to happen.
I
You were
just
like-
sneezed so bad. But I didn't want
Your eyes got so big. Like,
I didn't want to lose it.
yeah.
Because I really wanted to sneeze.
Yeah.
Padlock. Not a podlock.
What you bring into that padlock?
What are you bringing that podlock?
Cool.
There you go. There you go.
There?
I don't know who that was. There we go.
I don't know. That's great. You're so dumb.
Now I got to talk like this the whole time.
Girls, if I hear you one more time.
Mother of the year.
That's right. I can't put that in bleepers. I'll death. Everyone will die. Oh man.